So I've been thinking lately about labels. Labels has been something that's been discussed lately, especially inside the LGBTQ community. Um, and one label I have right now is messy hair. Okay. Um, I've had conversations about labels with some of my friends. One of my friends said that he felt that all labels are bad, all labels are harmful. To me, it depends on who's doing the labeling. Um, I think sometimes if you put a label upon yourself, it can be a good way to understand yourself. After all, isn't that what coming out of the closet is? You're taking the label of gay and putting it on yourself. Now, if somebody else puts the label on you, yeah, I think that can be harmful because at the very least it's limiting. And let's face it, not everybody's judgment is very good. Most of the times when someone puts a label on someone else, they're mislabeling them because nobody can know who you are except for you. Um, I've put a few labels on myself: artist, jock, athlete, artist. Did I say artist twice? Then I need another one: forgetful. um, the one I'm struggling with now is handicapped because with the stroke in my head, that's what I am. The first day after I got back home, I decided to start walking a mile a day. Well, I started off with a few blocks and kind of worked my way back up to a mile because I was in that hospital for about 5 days and I walked a hallway. Um, I could tell straight from the start that first day that my gait, the way that I walked, was significantly different. For one, it was a lot slower than I usually walk. A lot of times I can walk pretty, are used to be able to walk pretty fast. Um, Now I'm probably walking about half the speed that I used to, and I know people are watching me, watching the way that I walk, and kind of looking at me funny because I now have the walk of a handicapped person. And I've seen people look at handicapped people as they walk. I used to work with handicapped people that had a weird walk. And well, I try to remind myself not to be too self-conscious. The main thing that I do nowadays is wish that I could be the person I used to be. And I know that's not necessarily healthy. I need to adapt to who I am now and hope that eventually this blood clot will go away and maybe I'll go back to the way I was before. But it's been over 4 months now since the stroke, and I've been on the blood thinners for over 3 months now. And the chances that I'm going to be able to be the person that I used to be are dwindling. I watched the first couple of episodes of Special. It's a show on Netflix about a young man with cerebral palsies. Um, and he's kind of gotten to the place where he's accepted his condition somewhat. And I know that's what I need to do, at least somewhat. But this is a label that I'm struggling with putting on myself, even if I know that it's accurate. And heading back to Montana because I have to admit that my dream here in St. Louis is dead. Again, a part of reality that I'm still struggling with. But I think that's pretty much the reality. And maybe that's the backing of what a label really is. It's a tiny little microscopic look at the reality of a person. Maybe that's a label that I just need to pick up and slap on my back and keep walking with.